is happening, everyone, and welcome to the season review of season 3 of the Bayern Munich Let's Play. I've done all these episodes in one day. I actually did the episode where Cunha's debut was done on that, always done on the same day. So I really rattled through the recordings for you guys, and I am drained right now. Luckily, I don't have to record for a few days until we get to the sensitive point of view. And yeah, review. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe down below. I will be recording some stuff though. I'm recording some Wonder Kid reviews probably next few hours, simulate some of those, and yeah, get those recorded. But anyway, today we'll look through the season, look at the team, and try and work out what I am doing wrong. I'm convinced it's me that's the problem. So some things on the picture we've seen have been diabolical. So anyway, let's get to it. These episodes are as long as they are. There's no time limit on them. I don't say I'm going to do this in 15 minutes. No, I'll talk as much as I want to, and then I'll stop when I feel like I've done the thing I want to discuss. So we won the Bundesliga and Deutsche Pokal. Right. New rivals. We got a lot of new rivals. The best signing is yeah, he's not going to stay. He's not going to stay. I just don't think we need to keep him. I think we can get better than him. And I'm just worried about the system being a problem. So, but a lot of money spent on Kajvela. He was brilliant this season, 19 goals, 90. So one thing I will say is the wide players are scoring goals. It's a striker that's not doing it, and this is a common problem I've had before. But it made me call that a day when we assess all these things. It's not been as bad as people think, as I'm thinking it is. But we'll see. So transfers out. As you can see, we've got a lot of players out. You know, can we? Can we not rearrange the? Okay. So 40 million, 50 million pound for these guys, and 10. Most of these guys were leaving because they weren't going to play. And Glassy, funnily enough, I probably should have kept. In hindsight. But I think this kid will definitely come good. I just don't know if he's looking good in this series. To be fair, he's probably better on that left hand side. Funnily enough. So that's something we may have to look at. But yeah, it is what it is. So the season results, as you can see, we won the Bundesliga by a good margin, barring a little glitch at the end where we just seemed to just not be able to perform. But we were comfortable winners. We were the better team most of the season. One thing we can't fault is general goal scoring in this team. And we don't lose many games. We lost to Dortmund, which is no disrespect. Gladbach, again, decent team towards the end of the season. Mainz, yeah, that's a bad one. And Frankfurt, again, not bad. So other than one game, the defeats we had are not terrible defeats. But it's just the bigger picture. It's this bloody thing. That's the problem. Look at the teams we play against. Big team, lose. Big team, lose. A decent team, we had 10 men, lost. Madrid, lost. Madrid, again, lost. Let's go Madrid, beat them 1-0, which is decent. A decent side, we seem to struggle against them, which is the problem. And we need to address that somehow. I don't know what it is. Madrid is a tough deal in Champions League. But I remember that Atlanta game very well. How we turned that round, I have no idea how we turned that around, honestly. Why is it saying 2-0, not 3-0? It's 3-0, you dingbats. Weird. Anyway, we got through the time. Maybe it's just kind of 90 minutes. That's a weird glitch there. First Buckle won it. We Dortmund and Leipzig together to win it, so that's actually really good and encouraging. It wasn't like we got easy draws. Wolfsburg, the funny thing, if you didn't watch the episode, and I called that twice because we won the first game 3-2. But it was like a late goal from a corner kick, and we just then got edgy towards the end. But the recording didn't save, so it's bizarre. What I really should have done was kept the save and shown you the reversion of the results. But it is what it is. Yeah. And Super Cup lost to Bayern because on penalties in that. So moments to remember. Biggest win final against Schalke. I think we actually live com that, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did. Match to remember 3-1 over Gladbach, and the goal of the season was from Miners against Mines, which I do not remember. We'll bring it up and have a look at it and see what happened. It's probably going to be a long range strike because that's the only thing he does when he shoots because of the way he plays. But we'll see what happens with this goal. I might remember it when I see it. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this. Yeah, I remember watching it. I remember thinking like, might as well shoot from that range. We're fine. We won the game, and then I was surprised it went in because it bounced and went in. So yeah, I remember that goal. Now I see it. Finances, we're okay. We're all right. We've got money to spend in summer. We've got players we can get rid of as well, which we get into in a moment. How we lined up, see if we get this right. Yeah, pretty much bang on. The striker is the issue. We got 17 goals this season, so it's not terrible, is it? Maybe I'm just overthinking things with him. Maybe I'm just like, I don't know, getting frustrated with other things. It's manifesting itself in me rating my striker. Got 17 goals this season, you know, total. Where they got 17 from? I don't get where they got that from. It's a kind of weird glitch going on here. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, accolades. Don't care about those kind of things. I just want to get into the nitty gritty of reviews. So yeah, were they? It does say 17 there as well. Where are they getting 17 goals from? That's weird. It's right there. Oh, are they counting them? No, I don't get that. I do not get why they. Whatever. 17 goals in 32 games, still not good enough for a striker of that quality, honestly. And we need to look at what's going on with that. We've got some players in the youth system, maybe we can move on some. This guy needs to be moved on. I'm never going to use him. So that's money you could bring in. The finance is actually looking pretty good. £80 million spent in the January in the summer window. We need to look at this tactic, and this is annoying because this is on the screen like because I'm on holiday. This is the tactic that we're using. This is our best 11 in my opinion. I mean, we could debate one or two things here, like who'd you play at Cam, Yamel or Adagula, and I'd say either or. I'm not bothered. I think Matis Tell is definitely somebody we can play on left wing. I think he's done really well since he came in there. I want to play him there because what's going to happen in the summer is Kingsley Coleman's going to leave the club. And there's an £8 million fee on him, and that'll be a lot of money coming into the club. Finances actually check this, 80% revenue, cool. So he's going to be moving on. He wants to leave the club. I'm not losing my fee. Whatever I can get for him, I'm moving him on. Because I've got, if you look at the winger situation, I've got this lad here who can be back up. I've got Matis Tell as well, and Bajvela. I'm fine with that. I've got Ferran Torres on the right wing. I've got Rooney Bajlai, who's not really on much. But do we move him on? Because the question in my head I'm thinking right now is so you move Rooney on, keep Torres, shift Gustavo to the right wing where he's more suited or left foot. Um, that's great. You keep Kane and you bring in a young striker behind him. Um, I don't know what to do, honestly. It depends how much money I get for the players I want to move on. So, for example, I think the needs to move on, for example. He's contract in 2027. I don't want to renew him on 200 grand a week, so it could move on as well. And it's going to be a case of who can I bring in, honestly. I think someone like him needs to leave, you know. And it's a real fascinating situation. I mean, you could even argue that Pell can be a striker as well. So it's just a matter of what we do with the striker. But my worry is this system is not right. There's something wrong with this system. Um, and as to why we're not scoring goals at striker. And the big question again is Harry Kane. His contract runs out in 2027. He's on 350 grand a week. But can we get a striker in that's better than him? That is question. If you look at the options that they recommend, none really fill me with any kind of hope and expectation of, oh my God, I want him. You know? I mean, you could go get Rasmus Holland if you wanted to, but I don't really rate him on this game either. And neither do you now by the looks of it either. Who they playing at striker? Yeah, Bowen. I mean, who's top goal scorer in the Premier League? How is Daka done it? I mean, one guy you could maybe go for as a really cool option would be Isak, but the food is absolutely stupid. One guy, look at the recommendations here. The highest striker that they give me is Rodrigo, and it is doable, that deal. If we move Harry Kane on and structure, we could go and get Rodrigo, and he potentially would be a really good striker. Um, and he's played at striker for Real Madrid and scored 27 goals. So we know he can do it in the striker position. So it'd be a case of moving Kane on for him. Now, he would be interested in joining me, as far as I'm aware, but it's a lot of money. Um, and I just don't know. It's the honest answer. I'm just reluctant to do a deal until I work out what's happened with the system and what's going on with it. And then looking at the other options that they've got on here is nothing really amazing. I mean, one guy actually that I've not thought about. Oh, dude, Gorkrez. It just came to my head just then. I thought, why not go for Gorkrez? Like which beats off stride trap. That could be a really good idea, and that could be something we do because he's not very expensive, and I can afford him probably right now. He wants who wants him. I think we go and try and get Gorkrez in, and just see how that works. It won't be very expensive either, and we can maybe work on getting a cheaper deal for him. So again, I do a scout report on this guy and go for it. But yeah, that is the question. What do we do in the summer? I mean, I don't mind staring at all these players on here for no reason. None of these guys are going to want to. None of these guys are really what I want to go and bring in. Um, I mean, Diamande could be an option. Move Lit on and bring Diamande in, for example. I'm just trying to think of player in, player out, so I don't overspend and mess up completely. So I'll do scout reports on these guys and have a look. I mean, the scout list looks like this in a minute. I mean, these guys not going to happen. Like William Sheshko, I just don't think he's worth the money that they're going to ask for him. So to say that they're saying that he has scored a buttload of goals, for Leipzig, and he plays at striker, so we could just go and throw the money out for him. Um, I'm really not sure. Is the honest answer, but I do know we can do it in this league. The question is, we'll be able to get him out of there. Because it's a lot of money to spend on a striker. But it all depends on who we move on. I mean, the Coleman money would help with this because that would basically pay for it. If I can get £80 million for him ish, and I'm trying to structure this deal right now. So they want. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I'll make an offer. They'll say no to this, but I want to try and unsettle him because I'm all for bringing him in, but I don't want to overpay it. And ideally, I bring both in Sheshko and Gorkrez. Bring them both in, and then move Estelle to the right hand side. Are two strikers that I'm equally happy with. That'd be what the dream would be. But we still got the midfield each to sort out as well. So I'm not really keen on doing both. I mean, there's a lad from Porto that I sometimes hear is decent. Not Evan Nielsen. Has he moved on? It's all up. Probably saw them, aren't they? No, he should be there then. Really? Is he not? Is he not there anymore? Go back to my Scott list again. Is it him I'm thinking of? No. Who is it I'm thinking of? My brain's just gone to mush. I don't know who I was thinking of. A striker for these guys. I mean, obviously you got many who, yeah. So it is a big question about what we do, but I don't know if it's just a striker thing or it's a system thing. Well, if we get Sheshko in, and for example, and he doesn't do it, then we know it's system problems. And I'm going to make investments in the coaching staff as well. I'm going to make coaching staff changes and bring those in and sort that out. But the midfield, central midfield area is something we need to look at. Gunwan's going to retire, so he needs to be replaced. Um, so I think in the summer the targets really are a right back, centre mid, and striker. Those are the targets I think in the summer. And maybe set back if I move someone on and get good money and I can do a bit of billing dealing there and whatever. Common will be here next season. In fact, I'm gonna make an offer him out for £80 million. See what people say to that. Let's continue now and see what actually gets sent back to me. If I get 80 million for Coleman, I'll be really happy with that. They rejected the offer. I'm not surprised, but we'll try and bring him through um, and go from there. But yeah, um, so that's the plan in the summer is to basically work out. But like I said, I'm taking a pause on recording this series until I get more news on FM25 because there was a video and people were saying that the release date was being updated to 1st of March, which will then mean that we're not far off the beta. So I need to get that verified before I commit to a third season. Because I don't want to be mid-season on a series and then end up doing that. But what I might do, again, we'll see what we do. But I'm good. I can do in the third season until I hear otherwise. Let's go. I'm keeping season. I'm keeping him. I might actually renew his contract. Actually, I'm going to trigger the extension clause of his contract. Trigger his extension. Decent player, doesn't complain. He's all right. I like him. He's solid. He doesn't complain about not playing much football. He plays enough to justify it. He can play deep line playmaker. He can hit a worldly shot in occasionally as well when he gets to the point of that area. This guy, I think, deep line playmaker is definitely something I'm looking at doing in the summer. There's no real options really out there right now that really appeal to me. There's Alex Scott here, for example, who again I don't want players running through the ball. I want players to dictate tempo from deeper areas, and I'm struggling to find anybody who can do that at the moment. Did I set a scouting assignment up? I think I did I? Because I've been um not been on it with this same. I mean, there's no Sponlisman player here who matches you from distance, so it's just difficult to find a player that I want in that midfield area. Bentancur, he would be probably ideal. Um, but he's more born midfielder. Um, and I don't think he's really what I want to go with in that area. I'm trying to think anybody else. I mean, the dream guy, honestly, is Tonali. That's what I'd want. Um, that's what I'd want. Tonali in that midfield would be brilliant. Um, and yeah, that's what I'd want. if I could do it. Gary's on the list, but he's not realistic. So it's just really difficult. I don't know whether the system's bad or it's just the players not performing in it. I think the big question is Harry Kane. What the hell do you do with Harry Kane? Um, I think there's definitely a possibility that we move him on and bring somebody in and just get Gustavo and play him as a striker and work on it. Um, I think he can play there. I don't think it's be. I think we just actually just go on training actually and advance forward, just work on that positioning and work on that. Um, for additional focus, work on that and just work on it, and then just move Kane on, ways off the book, and then bring in a striker, one of Sheshko or Gorkarez, who I think is going to be long term better for us. But again, we're speaking long term about a save, and we've not got much time left. But it's all up in the air until FM the side is how they're doing with the game. But everything when we talk to guys, let me know what you think. I'm gonna leave it on the screen quite a lot for you guys to analyze and assess. I'll take time to think about what I want to do striker wise, but it's one of the two. My inkling is leaning towards Shesko and just paying the money. I could get both, but I need to get very strengthened as well. It all depends what I get for Coleman and people like that, and I think everyone else is fine. Defenders, centre back could be Delit out and one in. Right back could be Maswari out and one in. Um, Striker will be paying out and then with that money to buy one, and then Coleman extra money for that. So it's definitely doable. It's got a good fees for these guys. Thinking of right backs, I don't really know about what to recommend for right backs. Have a look. Not great, is it? To be honest. Got scouting range. See what they've got. Mike Essential, take that off. There we go. So Usadibe, blast in the past, and that blast in the past for me there. So we've got 19-year-old Tim Hoffman here. No chance. Dumfries, money be insane. Ping pong, money going to be insane. We're going to keep it as well, honestly, but I just didn't think about it. Didn't think. Ping pong, that defending would annoy me. I'm seeing any other options that just jump out as players who maybe I could maybe go for. I've not really thought about. Um, Vanderson could be a decent cheap option as a backup because I want to keep playing. I mean, this Sergio Dest there. I mean, I'll think about it because Curry's going to be starting the right back regardless what happens anyway. So, made to factor to the equation. Um, They could be a cheap option as well. Again, just scout these guys and get better opinions on them before I start making decisions. But the transfer window is not going to be that difficult if I get good money for Coleman. That's the key, is getting that money in for Coleman. Hendrick, again, would maybe annoy me attacking wise, but can play both sides, not overly expensive. Again, would also fit with the vision of signing German players. So there's options there. It's a matter of getting somebody in who's enough to tick the boxes what I want, and then go from there. So, um, yeah, overall in the season, I'm very pleased. We're not in the Club World Cup. There's a World Cup going on. I'm actually even interested in a job for Holland, and I want to do that on FM at some point. I'm going to work up on FM and try and do it in a club save as opposed to taking over a job. I mean, I could do that as well in this save. If what I might do is if we get news in the next few days that FM's coming out, it's whatever. I may do something like that in this save to end off the year. Um, Take over a national team and just finish off with a bit of national team fun. See if I'm going to work up with somebody in this save. I might see who gets sacked, or I don't know. We'll just try something to end the series off in some way. But my worry is I'm going to start a new season. And we're going to end up not finishing it. But we shall see. Right then, I'm going to leave it there, guys. The tactics there. What shall we do striker-wise? You've seen the episode. You've seen what's going on. Am I overthinking this? Are we actually not bad? Look at our goals for strikers. He's got 17 goals this season. The goals have been spread around quite well with the forward players. They're all scoring goals, but striker should be getting the most of them, and he's not, and that's the big issue. But I will say one thing: you are a god. You are brilliant in the competition, and I will also say, as a nice kind note, Adagula, I love you. He's brilliant. He's been absolutely brilliant since he came in. Got him on loan. We paid and kept him. He's really really good, and those stats are insane. So we've got something going here. We just need to work out what the striker situation is and work it out. But it'd be a lot of iffy and iffy dealings potentially if I don't get the money and I want for Coleman and things like that. But we'll see. Yeah, guys, thanks so much for leave it on that screen there for you guys. We did this season. One Bundesliga, one Deutsche Pokal, and that's now how many times in a row now we've won. It's like 2 in a row now we've won, which is great. And I catch you guys all in season 4 if we get one. If they announce a release date and it's not far away and the beta's going to be pretty close and it's not going to be enough time to finish the season, I will obviously update you on that. But I've not heard anything yet as of recording this. So if you have enjoyed, hit the like button down below, subscribe for daily FM content, and I'll catch you guys all in the next episode. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.